I'm sure you have encountered a situation where you swing an enemy and you start spraying, but all your bullets go crazy and everywhere and you start missing all your shots because of the recoil RNG, and the other guy just one taps you into another dimension. Well, there's no real way to fix recoil in Valorant because it's like all random and everything. However, there is a way to keep your bullets in a very tight and accurate space while being hard to hit at the same time, so you don't look like a sitting duck. Learning this will actually help you play Valorant a lot better and help you win your games a lot more. That way is tap strafing, and some people may call this counter strafing, but it is not counter strafing at all. Counter strafing is when you let go of your movement key and then quickly tap the opposite movement key to have yourself go to a complete stop. You don't really need to do this in Valorant. It takes the exact same time to stop whether you are counter strafing or just letting go of the key. So what is tap strafing? Tap strafing is the best way in Valorant to dodge bullets. No cap. Making it way harder for the enemy to hit you while also making sure your gun stays accurate while moving, allowing you to put your crosshair on their head and just shoot them. It makes you not a sitting duck, and it just helps you go from left to right, and the enemy will have the hardest time trying to hit you, and I will show you why. Now, before we get into this amazing mechanic that will actually help you so much, let me explain why it works so well and why it's so effective to actually use in your games. First off, Valorant players actually suck shooting moving targets, and there's a couple reasons for that. One of the reasons is that spray patterns in this game are pretty random, so that you cannot just spray and pray like in other games, for example like CS, because in this game they decided that the recoil is just RNG and there is nothing you can do about it. You can't learn the recoil, you can't do anything about it. You just have to literally think, shoot, and hope it kills somebody. That's all you can do. If you can't hit somebody because of random recoil and it's so hard to tap a moving target, what do? Nothing. You just die. That's why this method is so effective. It renders the other team useless against you, giving you more time to line up your shot, and you're not relying on any sort of RNG, because when you're doing this correctly, it is 100% accurate. Now, I will actually explain to you how to abuse this mechanic and how to practice it so you make sure that you will never mess it up. To tap strafe, start by just walking side to side. Hold your A key, then let go of the A key, and then hold your D key, and do that a few times. And then you want to add in shooting between movements. You are fully accurate for at least 2 to 3 bullets while changing directions if you time it right. Then you can start adding a little bit of variation in the strafe times, and then now you are tap strafe. And I want you to keep on practicing this until you actually fully have it mastered before you go into a deathmatch or an actual game. Now, not spraying can be a hard habit to break. There is a lot of moments where you could just, swing somebody, instantly crouch, and start spraying. It happens. It's a habit, and it's really good if you start practicing this because it'll get you out of the habit to actually stop doing that. And here are a couple methods to help you out. Now, a lot of people will actually just unbind crouch, and I always tell people don't unbind crouch and just tell your brain to just stop pressing the crouch key when you get into a gunfight. Stop triggering your brain to go instantly to the crouch key, because that'll mess you up, because sometimes you do actually need that crouch key. One of the best methods that I would say for this is definitely going into a deathmatch and just practicing not crouching. Doesn't matter if you die in the deathmatch, it's just for practice. Another method I like to use a lot too is practice in the range. In the range, you can do so many things. You can put up the bots, you can put up the hard bots, the 30 bots, whatever you like. There's a lot of stuff you can toy around with, but what I like really doing is using this pole on the right side. What I like to do with this pole is go left and right on the pole, which is basically practicing my tap strafing. And make sure you have the bots up, go left and right on the pole, and just practice a few shots. You could do one taps, you could do bursts, but every time you kill a bot, always switch sides of the pole. So you go left, you go right, you go left, and then you go right, and then keep on doing that until you feel good about it, or unless you feel mastered. And then over time, the more you do it, you will start feeling a little bit faster, and you'll start being able to do fast taps and then fast shots, one taps, boom, go back and forth, left, right, left, right, left, right, and you'll be able to do it really fast. You'll be really comfortable with it, and you'll have a habit of doing that, so you can do that in your games and when you warm up in your deathmatches. And last but not least, and I would think this is probably the most important one, is just be confident. This method of tap strafing won't really work if you're not confident enough. So don't be scared, because you'll literally fall back to where we were at the beginning of the video, where you're spraying. When you see an enemy, you instantly crouch, you whiff your shots, and then you are just back to square one from the beginning of the video, where you were missing your shots and getting one tap into another dimension, which is not where you want to be. It is a really good mechanic. I use it all the time. That should be your new habit on like what you do in your games from now on. If you want to learn how to improve even more, make sure to watch this video.